Ooh. I know I mentioned, I was gonna try and get like a small little micro nap before stream, and yeah, I can feel a little bit of the load lightened up a bit, but I still feel some of the slumber in my eyes. Hopefully I can get past it. I sort of neglected to actually get like some proper rest today. I had my mind on a whole bunch of different things today. Didn't get a chance to properly rest. Can't do micro naps, and with a headache trying to wake up from super short naps like that. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not even sure if what I do can even really be qualified as just naps. Like, they're mainly just like eye relief periods. You know, just like a half hour or so, just turn off your brain, shut your eyes, and then wait for your phone to go off when it's time for stream. Well, no matter. Today's finally the day, Lily Pals. I know last stream we couldn't quite finish up Lennon, but today we will finally see the finale of a game I've been enjoying very much in various ways. I speak, of course, of Paradise Killer. I'm anticipating that the amount of gameplay left is not going to make up even half of the usual, like, stream time. So I know I have something else in store, you know, for when we've like finish the game. And you all will see, my dear Lily Pals, what I have up my sleeve. In the meantime, I'd better fight off some of this snooze energy by jumping right into the game. Ooh. Headphones have been a little bit weird with, like, internet-related games and stuff. Okay.
Paradise Killer.
We're about to wrap this case up. I do believe... Yep, right here. Right in front of the courthouse. We got all the clues we could find, or I could find. As far as I can determine, there are no other collectibles to be collected. Except for that. Whatever that is. Never say never, I guess. Let me move over the window a bit. So I can see my Lily Pal's wonderful words in the chat box. Okay. It's on top of there, whatever it is. I'm gonna try my darndest to get up here. Nope. That gap is a little too tight. Let's see. Yeah, fat chance I could actually stand on the top of the flagpole. Ooh. Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna be the hoppy queen? Oh boy. No! Ooh. God, getting that close to the other ledge is scary. Maybe I can start off small. Already used that. Yep, that's it right there. No! Okay. I imagine there's an even less chance of getting on top of this one, this dome roof. God, it's so far away. It's such a leap. No! Maybe I should focus on jumping up more than across. No! Hooey. It's right there. Right there. Right with my heart-shaped crosshair. And then down there, I think, is where the cord is. It's usually how it's played out. Can't find the grip. Is this gonna be the true finale? Sheesh. I pressed the wrong button. Good, I had to say I had everything. I had to jinx myself, didn't I? Again, it's mainly just with the grip. Can't find a good angle for the game to give me any grip. Would it be better if I aimed for like the indented part rather than the convex? Hello, Sirenabur. Sirabenur. You can have that pizza all to yourself because I'm not going to touch it. Gah! Cannot for the life of me find any grip. There's just one last thing up on top of this roof and I can't reach it. I'm not big on pineapple, no. Except in pina coladas. That's the one exception. I don't know if this ledge makes any remarkable difference, but God, I always feel like I'm so close, maybe just to finding a good grip angle. Like just on the precipice. Got it! What is this? Holy Refinery. An armed cult took over a refinery on the coast. The authorities discovered an enclave of bizarre fishmen on golden thrones. And that's it? It's just a skin? Oh well. Beggars can't be choosers. Okay. I'm making double sure that there aren't any more collectibles that I'm missing. I can't tell if that's one or not. I don't think so. If it was, it would have disappeared. You know, after the meditation wore off. Yeah, so that's the court right there. It's not see-through either. Okay, so... yeah, that's not a real one. It's just a trick of the light. Well, if there's nothing else... time to get this show on the road. Make sure I'm going the right way. Ooh, I almost missed that jump. Almost missed that landing. Here we go. Alright, lily pals. Time to bring this case to a close.
The investigator. Are you our saviors as well? Is paradise worth saving?
Are you ready to start the trial that will determine the fate of the syndicate? Have you found facts and crafted a truth? I'm ready to work through this with you, Lady Love Dies. We shall examine your case files and cast a light upon the shadowy recesses where truth lies.
The door to truth will open.
Are you ready to begin the trials, Lady Love Dies? This is the point of no return. Ensure that you are happy with your evidence and reasoning. There is no going back. Let's begin. Let's expose the truths.
Lady Love Dies.
Are you sure, Lady Love Dies? This is the point of no return, where we descend into the madness of crime. The penalty for anyone you convict of any crime will be death, as dictated by syndicate law. please be sure. Start the trials and cross the point of no return into the abyss of crime.
Time to breathe life back into paradise.
I'm overjoyed to hear that. Please wait while I assemble the suspects in the Chamber of Justice. Let me explain how we shall uncover truths and lies. We will hold a trial for each case file logged in Starlight.
Show me your truth.
You will choose which suspect you wish to accuse and present your argument against them. I am an impartial tool of justice. I shall analyze your evidence and determine if you have proven your case. Can you break alibis? Can you put the suspect at the scene? How strong is your case? All that matters is that justice is carried out. I am not interested in speculation and weak prosecutions. I need the truth. We will find the suspect responsible for each crime.
The door to truth will open.
Anyone found guilty will be executed. This is the crime to end all crimes. Anyone involved cannot be allowed to infect Perfect 25 with their criminality. You will do the execution. The investigation freak will execute justice. Be confident about who you accuse. Are you clear on how the trials will work? Do you need me to repeat this? I am fine, Your Honor. I'm ready to go. Let's breathe life back into paradise.
That's strange.
Judge? The island is ending. Our home shatters before us.
Believe what you want.
This farce has gone on for long enough. It is time to move to the new island, Judge. I am the acting leader. I initiated the shutdown.
How dare you?
The prime suspect has been sitting behind bars while the freak runs around the island chasing down false leads.
How dare you?
You have until the end of the island to do your trial. The truth may not be as simple as you believe, Architect. I'm doing this for the good of the Syndicate. Perfect 25 is waiting. You can't do that.
Don't test me.
Judge, the clock is ticking. What does this mean for the trials? We don't have much time, Loved Eyes. The white smoke of oblivion threatens to consume the truth. You will have one desperate chance to find the truth for each case file. Make it count.
Believe what you want.
The rest of the Syndicate are in agreement. It is time to move on and execute Henry. Fuck you! You're overstepping your authority, Architect.
Crime cannot hide.
Judge, let's breathe life back into paradise. Loved Eyes, you are authorized to once again wield your service weapon. Take hold of a chamber full of justice. Use it at the end of the trials to execute the guilty. Any involvement with this heinous crime carries the sentence of death.
What?
Judge, this is severe. This is the crime to end all crimes. Any amount of involvement is a heresy against the gods and an atrocity against the Syndicate. Or do you disagree?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I do not. Be strong in your accusations, investigator. The penalty for any of these crimes is death. It's been a while since I executed justice.
The journey into truth and justice begins.
Investigator's gun. Loved Iva's gun for executing the guilty. You have retrieved your gun. I hope you appreciate how serious your accusations will be. Return to the stand when you are ready to talk. So I think we'll just have a little look-see at our suspects. Crimson Acid, my dear. Crimson. Hope you know what you're doing, lady. You better have the evidence you need for whatever you're planning. Doom Jazz? Doctor? Love dies. If you prosecute me, will I get conjugal visits? Sorry, Doc. The punishment for this crime is going to make that difficult. Henry? Henry? This is a formality, right? I'm lined up to get my head blown off, aren't I? That's what we're here to find out. Lydia and Sam? Hey, LD. We're cool, right? We're in the clear, aren't we? We'll find out at trial, guys. In other words, yes. Carmelina? Architect?
How dare you?
Investigator, this island is ready to die and new ones started. Do not delay in prosecuting Henry. All of the evidence points to him. Witness? Lady Love dies. This is it, isn't it?
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
The reckoning. The future of paradise. I hope you make the right choices. So do I. Yuri. Freak, get this over with. We all know who did it. You're wasting my time. Likewise. Akiko? Grand Marshal? Nenorochito, you better get this right. Henry did it and needs to be executed. Wrap this up. No more business done here.
Lady Love dies.
Investigator, we'll begin the trials. Henry's escape. Henry allegedly escaped during his execution, broke through the prison bars, and headed to the council building, murdering the martial guards, traversing the holy seals, and killing the council before being apprehended at the scene. How did Henry escape? How did the accused killer break out of incarceration? Is it as the report states, or does something else happen? Henry Division is alleged to have escaped the desolation cell and murdered the council. Investigator, peel back the shroud of inscrutability and bring forward the sweet smile of truth. I don't want to accuse Akiko, but I also know Henry is absolutely innocent. There is witness. God, it's just there's so much evidence that incriminates Akiko. But I don't want her to die. I don't want her to die, but I also don't want Henry to take the rap because there's not enough evidence against witness. Fuck it. I'm accusing witness.
Crime cannot hide.
I am accusing witness of engineering Henry's escape.
The gods are radiant.
You dare to question my loyalty to the gods?
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. Construct a truth. Doomjazz's testimony. Dr. Doomjazz told me that witness had been asking if anything could overcome Henry's inhibitors. Doomjazz told him that it would require a massive adrenaline spike.
I don't like this.
I believe witness found a way to administer that spike of adrenaline so that Henry could overcome his inhibitors when Akiko went to execute him.
Surely this is a joke.
Why? Why would I do that?
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
You're obsessed with the Syndicate not doing enough to resurrect the gods. A rampaging demon-possessed citizen gives credence to your fears. Thank
Is
you,
this a
Crimson.
fact or a truth?
Before her death, you went to see... You went to seek Grace bloodlines about the likelihood of a demonic invasion. You were fixated on the idea of a cleansing tide of demons. Setting Henry free would work toward your goal of scaring the Council. If you put the fear of the gods back into them, they would refocus on our holy mission.
The end times are looming.
I am a holy man. I devote myself to the gods and the Syndicate. This is an absurd claim. A motive appears to come to light. Do you have hard evidence this happened? Henry claimed to be severely agitated before he was removed from his cell. That isn't proof.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. I don't think it's enough. I have nothing to present. Ridiculous.
The island is dying, and you come to me with no evidence.
Ah! You leave me with no choice. We have to go with the official version of events. A truth is revealed. A truth is known. A truth proves.
The court finds Henry guilty.
Lady Love dies. While you're in here, you do not have access to the phones you've been using to record your progress. Would you like me to save your progress now? Man. There's too much evidence that contradicts, like, Henry's alleged involvement. And it's all just because I love Akiko too much. You know, the only difference between this save and a different save is just an extra Starlight skin. So what if I just did a little bit of a save scumming. I know, I'm a big lousy cheater. But Henry's not guilty.
Paradise Killer.
We have so much evidence that shows he is not guilty. Okay, let's stick to our convictions. Okay.
Is paradise correct? The door to truth will open. Lady Love dies.
Time to breathe life back into paradise.
Really sorry, Akiko, but you've gotta go. Because Henry didn't do shit.
The door to truth will
Well,
open.
he did do shit, but, like, he was a victim of circumstance.
This is nonsense. Do you? How dare you?
La-di-da-di-da.
Crime is repulsive.
How dare I have no idea what you're
The journey into truth
Whoops.
and justice.
Gun. Stand.
Love dies.
Let's do this again. The right way. The just way. The honest way. That hurts.
Is this a fact or a truth?
I believe this was part of a plan by Akiko.
Pull up.
Nenrochito.
Nenorochito, you're out of your mind.
The freak is lying. Tuatastea Porchari. I can never get a grasp on that language. The Grand Marshals broke the primary suspect out of the prison she put him in.
Show me your truth.
Present your evidence. Oh, there's so much. Akiko broke procedure when she went to execute Henry. She shouldn't have gone by herself. She was either doing something illicit or giving him an opportunity. Huh, is that the best you've got? I thought you were supposed to be the investigation freak. Speculating with nothing to back it up seems like a poor showing for Judge's big hope. She's right. That is speculation and not evidence.
Show me your truth.
The bars on the prison bridge were supposedly torn apart by Henry with his demonic strength. Starlight analyzed the bars and found traces of thermite, not demonic residue.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Thermite is a military-grade explosive that burns through pretty much anything. Akiko faked that part of his escape. Grand Marshal. Never trust computers. Her little calculator got it wrong. Henry is demonic. What does Starlight know about demons? The freak tried to analyze something that Starlight doesn't recognize, and the closest match is thermite. Residue sample. 68.7% thermite, 29% barium nitrate, 2% sulfur, 0.3% polybutadiene acrylonitrile. No traces of unknown chemicals found. Thermite is an anti-material weapon and burns at an extremely high temperature.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Akiko used it to open the prison bars and make it look like Henry escaped. This is a lie! A good truth. Please, let us sample some more.
Show me your truth.
The time frame in Akiko's report doesn't match up. There's no way Henry could have got off the desolation cell, made it to the council building, traversed the Holy Seals, and murdered the council, and be found at midnight 03. Akiko lied.
Do you want to die?
Tachinaivi tinkura granoi. My monolingual ass. Grand Marshal, respect the civility of the courthouse. Do you have a proper response?
I'll kill you!
She's making that up. The freak is making me out to be a liar. She's cooked up a little story to frame me. How did Henry cross the island, get through all of the seals, murder the council, and exit the building by midnight 03? Est Prost? He's got a demon in him. The demon gave him speed and strength. There's no evidence to suggest that. That's correct, Grand Marshal. Your word here isn't good enough. You are speculating without any evidence to back it up.
Show me your truth.
Henry was dosed up with inhibitors. How could he have escaped if he was fully sedated? Doctor, was his dosage correct?
Investigator.
Yes, Judge, as it has been for the last 10 years. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal? The demon inside him tricked us. It waited for the right moment. The inhibitors had never been right, but we didn't know. Doctor?
Theoretically?
That's quite the claim. It would mean that the demon was capable of plotting and fooling us for a decade.
Strange.
There's no medical evidence to suggest this happened.
Paradise feels wrong.
Very convenient that the demon pulled the trick off right at the end of the island. Why not attack sooner? This isn't hard evidence, but I am taking it into consideration.
Show me your truth.
2 more. I can break Henry's alibi. Lady Love dies, Henry stands accused by everyone except you. Do the facts lie? Do you believe in the official version of events? No, the truth is distorted.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
The facts are wrong. Henry didn't go to the council building by himself. Fuck yeah, this is getting interesting. Henry remembers almost nothing about last night except seeing New Night. He specifically remembers seeing the goddess. She didn't speak to him. He saw the goddess. The only statue of New Night is in the barracks, and a normal citizen can't know that because the barracks are classified. Henry has been in the barracks, though. That's where detainees are processed when they're arrested. The statue is in the main barracks grounds. Prisoners don't go through there, correct, Akiko? When I was arrested on Island 13, I only ever saw the entrance to the barracks, which connects directly to the underground holding cells. I'm not answering that. It's classified. Grand Marshal, you'll be found in contempt if you refuse to answer. Fine. Arrested individuals are taken through the main gate and directly down into the holding cells.
Crime cannot hide.
Henry could only have seen New Night if he went through the tunnel that connects the Desolation Cell to the barracks. When he was arrested and taken to the Desolation Cell, he'd have had to go through the main barracks grounds, though.
I don't like this.
That was 10 years ago. He has lost all of his memories from that incident. The only thing that he remembers is New Night last night. Sounds like a stretch, investigator.
I have a bad feeling about this.
The only way to get to the council building from the Desolation Cell in the window of time stated is via the front gate of the HQ. The Nightmare computer logs on the HQ entrance have no record of Henry going through them. I don't believe he went through them. If he didn't go through the entrance, this whole case is thrown into disarray. Henry was found with the blood of the victims in his stomach, but I don't think he ingested them himself. How else did the blood get inside him? I found this bottle on the rocks below where Henry was found. It had been used to hold blood. Starlight analyzed the blood in it and matched the remains to all of the council members. How did it get there? There are no fingerprints, but my theory is that someone took council blood from the scene, placed it in the bottle, and forced Henry to ingest it. Why? To scapegoat him for the crime. They were rushed or sloppy and casually discarded the bottle, assuming no one would question the lie. You can't prove this, though. The demonic sigils that cover Henry's body were found daubed in blood at the scene of the first seal marshals. What of them? Henry doesn't draw those symbols. There are no records of this occurring, and it is not in line with how the demon inside him behaves. The sigils formed on his skin through the projection of demonic language from the demon inside him. The demon scorched him with its own anger. Did the demon make him draw them? No, the demon doesn't micromanage Henry's actions. It just sets him on a path. Henry doesn't speak the demon's language either. I find it unlikely that Henry would perfectly recreate sigils from a language he doesn't speak. How did they get there, then? Most likely drawn by whoever was trying to frame Henry. Couldn't he have copied them from his own body? Only if he had a mirror and the time to do it. Very well. Excellent work. You have taken the lid off the box containing the truth. Henry's alibi is broken.
Show me your truth.
One more. I can break Akiko's alibi. The truth requires us to examine Akiko's alibi. Akiko went to execute Henry, but alleges that Henry escaped at 2352. She claims she found him outside the council building at midnight 03. I called witness as I left the Desolation Cell to go to the barracks to organize the search for Henry. Can anyone confirm that the Grand Marshal returned to the barracks? The Marshals confirmed that she went back to the barracks.
I don't like this.
However, it is hard to take their word as they are fiercely loyal to you and refuse to give me any physical evidence. Did you confirm the phone call?
I don't like this.
Akiko's phone records are apparently classified and the investigator isn't allowed access to them. Witness confirmed he got a call from Akiko.
Crime is repulsive.
I took Witness's phone and analyzed the records at a comms tower. Starlight did some backtracing on the calls, and it appears Akiko lied. The call she made to Witness wasn't from the Desolation Cell. The comms tower puts her location at the Syndicate HQ, which throws her timeline of events into question and puts her near the scene of the crime. Gura Tarfa Minshino Asha. Watch your language in the House of Justice. She's lying. Her little pocket calculator is wrong. She hasn't checked my phone. The data is incorrect. The rock of secrecy has been lifted and the truth exposed. The Grand Marshal's alibi has been broken.
Show me your truth.
That is all I have, Your Honor. I have nothing to present. You have proven that the official version of events for Akiko and Henry's movements last night are total fantasy. Combined with your evidence, you have created a truth that glints brilliantly in the light shown by the facts. I have considered your truth, ruminated on the implications, soaked in the facts, steeped the leaves of veracity, examined the grains of legitimacy. There is no jury here. I must leave it to the impartial sword of justice within me to stab through the heart of the lies and let the blood of truth flow. A truth is revealed. A truth is known. A truth proves Akiko guilty. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal? The harsh light of truth has shone upon your crime and you will be sentenced to death. You were sworn to protect our beloved council. You pledged your blade for so long. You were a beacon of purity. Now you will be executed, and the marshals will lose their leader. The island sequences will never be the same again. Why did you do it?
They're hot.
You said I wouldn't hang for this. I beg your pardon, Grand Marshal. This was never part of the plan, you pompous Torfa. Who are you talking to? Carmelina, you said this would work. Now I have a gun to my head. If I'm going down for this, so are you.
The ravings of the guilty lashing out.
I have no idea what she's talking about. Tell us everything, Akiko. You have nothing left to lose. If you were set up, you can have revenge.
Do you want to die?
You promised to indict my soldiers into the syndicate if I helped you. Now I'm going to be executed. Chiasarchina de raha totaliste. Esta.
Turpa!
You used me. You weren't careful enough, and now I'm going to die.
I'll kill you!
I faked Henry's escape. I was supposed to deliver him to outside the council building, phone witness, and report that I'd found him after the council were dead. Carmelina?
What?
She's lying. She's been found out in her own little scheme, and now she's trying to take innocent people down with her. I took Henry through the barracks to the council building. The official report is a lie. Lady Love dies. Sounds like a conspiracy, Judge. Open a case file.
Carmelina's conspiracy.
Convicted. So sorry, baby doll. Okay, now I'll save. Save your progress before the next trial begins.
Getting saved.
Henry's demonic possession. A decade ago, Henry became possessed by a demon, killing his mother and allowing demonic corruption to spill out into the world. The area around his apartment was sealed off and became the dead zone. During his arrest, he killed the Syndicate's exorcist, Grace Bloodlines. For the last 10 years, he has been contained and sedated in the Desolation Cell with inhibitors. Investigator, Starlight has logged Henry's possession a decade ago as a case file related to the murder of the Council. Is Starlight being overzealous, or do you believe there is something there that warrants investigation? Was someone else involved with Henry's possession and the demonic invasion that spelled doom for the island? Here we go. Yeah, so there's evidence against Henry, but there's evidence against Yuri, and no evidence on anyone else. Okay. See ya, Yuri. You're gonna lose your neck.
Are not the same.
I believe Yuri pushed Henry down the path to possession.
Don't be snide with me.
I thought you were supposed to be an investigation freak. You've got nothing on me.
Show me your truth.
Demonic book.
Test me.
Inside a safe in Henry's apartment is one of the forbidden tomes of demonology from the library vault.
What are you talking about?
What's that got to do with me? Which book? The Grimoire of Majda. A frightful tome. How did a citizen come to obtain one of the restricted texts?
Show me your truth.
Yuri accessed the vault.
Feels wrong.
Yuri accessed the vault that contains the books on demonology. I believe Yuri took books on demonology and gave them to Henry, preying on a vulnerable mind and pushing him towards communicating with the gods. The plan was for him to become possessed. The plan?
Worthless.
The freak wouldn't know a plan if she saw it. She's just making up stories and you're going along with it.
Really?
Exile caused her brain to rot. You're letting the freak fool you with lies, speculation, and fiction.
Got it.
The plan will become clear in later case files. There's a conspiracy at play, and I need you to trust me. If I get this wrong, you can reverse the conviction. I'll go back to the Idle Lands, and Yuri can walk free. Someone committed the crime to end all crimes, and the path to the truth is a winding one.
It is cowardly to insinuate, investigator.
We cannot go on trust. This is not justice. Do not dare to lecture me on justice. I am justice incarnate. The court trusts the investigator.
Show me your truth.
Stranger. Henry told me a stranger supplied him with the tome that would lead to his possession. Someone took a shine to him and slipped him a restricted text.
What do you mean?
And you think it was me? You're a joke. I had nothing to do with this.
What business is it of yours?
I don't consort with citizens. You'll need better evidence than this.
Show me your truth.
I have nothing to present. I've considered your truth. Ruminated, soaked, steeped, examined. There's no jury here. Impartial sort of justice. The heart of the lies, blood of truth. Truth proves.
The court finds Yuri guilty.
Hell yeah.
Insect.
This is unacceptable. Do you know who I am? I have been chosen. I will be on the next council. This freak has taken away my destiny. I will burn the syndicate to the ground.
I am the leader.
Yuri, be quiet. No, I'm the blessed servant of my goddess. I was destined for greatness. I helped you and now I'm going to die.
We have achieved perfection.
These are the ravings of someone deceived by a god that's been caught out.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Is this true, Yuri?
You don't know me.
She promised me a seat on the new council and to retrieve enchanted blue from the real world.
This is nonsense.
Nonsense.
I got Henry the books on demonology, sent him down the dark path. The plan needed the island to end. Henry provided the answer. The truth lies within a conspiracy. Bye-bye, you ass licker. I shall save. No going back.
Getting ready.
Fine timing, I must take my meds. The murder of Grace Bloodlines. Grace was our chief exorcist, and Henry was convicted for her murder, which he allegedly committed during his arrest. One Last Kiss seems to think she was set up to die. No, trust me, Yuri is awful. He is the worst of the bunch. I hate him so much. I am glad to see him die. Okay. Got no other beverage but water this time. Grace Bloodlines was murdered 10 years ago. I presided over the trial. I saw the sun's light cast the shadows from the terror and leave only truth visible. You didn't have me on the island 10 years ago. Do those terrible events from a decade ago have a link to the tragedy of last night? I investigated it at the behest of One Last Kiss. Who is One Last Kiss?
Got it.
The ghost of Grace Bloodlines. She's on the island. A ghost of a murder victim 10 years ago is on the island?
I'll be your invitation, investigator.
Is that so hard to believe, Judge? Can you prove you are who you say you are? Haunted, complex, crescent, drifting sands, satellite. Confirmation. Grace Bloodline's unique blood code.
Sure.
One Last Kiss asked me to find her resting spot. I unlocked her blood vial and she confirmed the code independently. It's so nice to see everyone again. What do you have to do with the murder last night?
Investigator.
I was murdered 10 years ago, allegedly by Henry, who everyone here would have you believe is the council murderer. It makes you think, doesn't it? What if the two are linked? One Last Kiss asked me to investigate her murder. She believes there is more to it than the official version of events. Do you suspect her? No. I believe she is a victim in all this. Well done, investigator. You have seen the truth clearly. Paradise gets even more bizarre. The trials continue. Lady Love dies. Drive us along the highway of truth. Vroom. Okay, so we got more incriminating evidence on Akiko, some on Carmelina, some on Henry, who we have to avoid, and no one else. Okay, so it was Akiko once again. Yeah, either way, there's no getting around
Crime
like
cannot hide.
pinning responsibility on Akiko. I believe Akiko murdered Grace.
Rahat.
Nenrochito. Isplinde Rahat.
Show me your truth.
Doomjazz contradicted the report about Grace's murder. He said the sigils had been carved into her body with a blade, not scorched. What does that mean? Henry's demons scorch his sigils through close contact. It doesn't cause him to carve them into bodies.
Show me your truth.
Akiko's knife. The sigils in Grace's body were carved into her flesh. Henry didn't have a knife at the scene, but Akiko did. I need more truth. This isn't enough.
Got it.
We covered this when we argued Henry's alibi, but it is extremely unlikely that Henry carved those sigils. I'll accept the evidence and assume that Henry didn't carve the sigils into Grace.
Show me your truth.
Akiko didn't follow a resting procedure. She should have known better. Akiko left the room, leaving Henry and Grace together. How does that make her guilty of killing Grace? I think Henry was supposed to kill Grace when given the opportunity, but he didn't step up to the plate.
Crime cannot hide.
While Grace and Carmelina were en route to Henry, Carmelina sent a message to Akiko. She instructed her to leave Henry and Grace alone together.
Don't test me.
This message was intercepted before it was scrubbed from the server. Carmelina forgot to use encryption. Architect?
Craft is its own reward.
I have no recollection of this. It sounds like a fabrication.
Is this a fact? Or a truth?
Yuri gave Henry demonology books. Henry was being set up to end the island and possibly be scapegoated for the murder of the council. A dead exorcist means that the demon in Henry would still be around and useful when it came time to pin the blame on someone for last night. When Henry didn't kill Grace Bloodlines, Akiko stepped in and framed Henry, giving him a history of murder. This sounds like a conspiracy, investigator. I believe so, Judge.
Show me your truth.
And that is all. The clouds part to reveal a truth. I have considered your truth. Ruminated, yep. Truth proves Akiko guilty.
Nenorochito!
No way! I'm not taking the rap for this. Carmelina killed her, not me.
Nenorochito!
I followed an order from her and gave Henry the opportunity to do it. When he didn't, Carmelina stepped in.
Do your job.
That is absurd nonsense. You have no proof. Is this true, Akiko?
Aha!
Carmelina wanted a scapegoat.
Nenorochito!
I didn't kill Grace. Carmelina did. Henry was supposed to kill Grace, but didn't. Carmelina strangled her instead.
This is nonsense.
How dare you accuse me of something so vile? This conspiracy grows deeper. Carmelina set this up a decade ago. I'm beginning to see the truth. The truth is revealed.
The court finds Carmelina guilty.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Grace Bloodlines was murdered by the hand of the architect. So this is the truth. Thank you for your work, investigator.
How dare you?
What? How dare you?
This is nonsense.
This trial is over.
I am the leader.
Henry will be executed and the freak will be sent back to the Idle Lands. This is my courtroom. I am justice incarnate. You do not have the authority to end the trials. You have been found guilty. You will receive your punishment. The trials continue. Double convict! Save?
Getting ready.
Save game. Who killed the Holy Seal Marshals? The first Holy Seal that protects the Council is made up of 2 high-ranking God Justice Marshals, fearsome warriors trained to neutralize potential threats to the Council. Who killed them and how? Last night, the taloned hand of death reached out for the first Holy Seal guards. They were butchered at their post. Who snatched the life from them? Was it the accused, or is there another truth skulking on the periphery of our knowledge? They were elite marshals and gave their lives guarding our beloved council. How were they killed and why?
Is this a fact or a truth?
I will show you the truth. Investigator, please review your case file and confirm who you wish to accuse. Oh my god, Akiko! There is no way I'm pinning the blame on Lydia. No fucking way. Just double checking all the evidence. Akiko's been a bad girl.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
The Grand Marshal holds the answers.
Nenorochito!
You're out of your mind. Ist plinderahat. You dare accuse me of murdering my own marshals? Ist Bulnov.
Show me your truth.
They're not your marshals. An unexpected glint of truth in the riverbed of mystery.
Don't test me.
The dead bodies of the first seal aren't marshals. That's a lie, Nenorochito. Where are the real marshals?
I have a bad feeling about this.
My suspicion is somewhere in the barracks. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal? Dwarden Minchuna, Insalaciune Torfa Kurva. Churva? Grand Marshal, this is a courtroom. Keep your language in check.
I don't like this.
A blood sample from the dead guards doesn't match any records for the marshals. She's lying. Her little PDA got it wrong. Did Starlight get it wrong? Is this really the truth?
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
This is the truth, Judge. The blood doesn't match. Those bodies are not marshals. Did you run a DNA test on the bodies?
I don't like this.
No. Dr. Doomjazz told me that the server containing the necessary DNA files has been corrupted. Is this true?
I'm worried.
Yes, Judge. My system's automated backup failed. I checked the one on the moon and that had corrupted as well. Can we recover the data? The only people that can are on the next island and we're in lockdown. Do you suspect foul play? There's no way to tell. Troubling. Carry on, investigator.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Akiko refused to let Doomjazz examine the bodies. Why? She didn't want to dishonor their sacrifice. This is a break in procedure. They gave their lives in service. Their bodies should not be desecrated by an examination.
Paradise feels wrong.
I believe she was trying to hide that the blood didn't match. Why?
Crime is repulsive.
Akiko is in a relationship with Captain Voth, who was stationed at the first seal last night. Thank you, Crimson! My darling baby. Don't you dare say his name, Nenorochito! Do not dishonor him with your lies! How do you know this, Loved Eyes?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Crimson testified to it. Chistia? Miss Acid? I can't divulge my sources, but it's true.
Crime cannot hide.
Relationships between the Grand Marshal and her troops are expressly forbidden. Dr. Doomjazz testified that the Council had found out about her relationships with her troops. You really can't keep anything to yourself if you see a bit of leg, can you?
You've got this wrong.
I'm sorry, Akiko. I never thought you were involved with any of this. I am duty-bound to aid an investigation. Did it work? Did you get laid, Fustanju? Enough. Do not taint the sanctity of this Church of Truth. Aiz Kiwami told him that the Council were going to strip her of her authority on the next island. If Akiko knew this, it would give her motive to kill the Council. Soldiers are sworn to give their lives in service. As their commander, I didn't take the honor of a glorious death from them. Then why did you switch the bodies? The bodies weren't switched. You've made this up. Can you prove the bodies weren't switched, Grand Marshal? There are records in the barracks.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Judge, the barracks have become Akiko's own private fiefdom. The marshals are not loyal to the Syndicate or the gods. They are loyal to her.
Crime cannot hide.
Any proof she can magic up from the barracks can't be trusted. I agree with you, investigator.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Akiko didn't want her troops to die. She knew about the murder and switched them. Can you prove that?
Crime is repulsive.
Akiko removed 2 prisoners from the barracks prison. Do you have proof they are the murdered guards? No, but they are unaccounted for. They were never logged back into the prison after being removed. Can't even make up a convincing story for her lie.
Got it.
The maintenance shed near the council building shows signs of habitation. There are drag marks and human waste inside. Ugh.
Paradise feels wrong.
Akiko stored them in there and switched them out when the time came. Do you have anything else?
Show me your truth.
I have a lot. Well, just 3, but,
I have
you
a
know.
bad feeling about this.
There's so much against Akiko. The guards were killed with a damaged blade. A damaged blade? The lacerations on their throats were ragged. This indicates a blade with nicks or damage would have caused them. Akiko's sword is battle damaged and would have caused the messy lacerations on the victims. Akiko staged the guard murder and scapegoated Henry. This fits with her plan of faking Henry's escape. What's the grand plan, Loved Eyes?
I don't like this.
We've got more case files to go, Judge. What about the blade Henry was found with?
Don't test me.
Henry's blade was a new, perfect blade. It doesn't have a serrated edge. It wouldn't have made a ragged cut.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Akiko staged the guard murder and scapegoated Henry.
Don't test me.
She made a mistake or got too cocky, though, and didn't use the right blade to kill the guards. Do you have anything else?
Show me your truth.
Yup. Akiko's alibi has been broken. Do you have anything else?
Show me your truth.
Yeah?
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Akiko staged the guard murder and scapegoated Henry. She has a previous conviction. Why else would she have aided his escape?
Show me your truth.
That's everything. Good work, Loved Eyes. Yep. The truth in this case file sparkles brilliantly. A truth is revealed. Akiko is guilty.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
And she must die! Got anything to say about this one, Akiko? I was ordered to kill my troops. I would never do that. Bonds born on the battlefield cannot be broken.
What?
That's a lie!
You have no evidence.
She's lying! I switched the guards out for prisoners and killed the fakes. Why didn't you admit to it when you told us about the rest of your involvement?
I'll kill you.
Are you stupid, Turfa? Before all of this, I was a soldier. I will be a soldier until I die. Soldiers always see their mission through. I was not going to have my name further tarnished if you hadn't got the evidence. I will be executed regardless. Soldiers must maintain their dignity no matter what. The truth becomes clearer. That's triple conviction. Savvy.
Getting ready.
KHX is missing. KHX is the Syndicate's master craftsman and designer of the second holy seal that protects the Council. He hasn't been seen for a number of days. Our craftsman, KHX, is missing. Was he the victim of a crafted tragedy? He disappeared a number of days ago. Strange for a Syndicate member, but suspicious because he crafted the second holy seal. Did someone try to obtain the secret from him? Investigator, do you know what happened to KHX?
Got it.
He's dead, lying on the rocks on the coast of the island. Dead! The fangs of death grip this island so tightly. How could this happen? Investigator, please review your case file and confirm who you wish to accuse. Yeah, there's Akiko again. There's also Crimson, which I would not dare. Oh, look who it is! Our good old stink butt.
Is this a fact or a truth?
I believe Yuri is behind the disappearance. Want to save me some trouble here and cooperate, Yuri? I'm not going down without a fight, freak. You need to prove it.
Show me your truth.
KHX's dead body was clutching Yuri's ring. How do you know it belongs to Yuri?
Got it.
Lydia confirmed it. Yuri had apparently lost it. In this case, he lost it in the hand of a murder victim. KHX had it in a death grip. I believe he pulled it off in the struggle when he knew he was going to die. He held on to it in death to give us a clue. You're so mean. He deserves it! You haven't been around for like the entire game, but every time I talk to Yuri, I always dreaded the interactions just because he is so conceited. He is so pretentious, so condescending. I can't stand him. You're clearly jealous of his awesome outfit. Yeah, no. Like, the hat, maybe, but no, no. No, that's not my style. Someone is trying to frame me. They stole my ring and planted it at the scene. Is there any evidence that the ring had been planted? None. The fist was gripping it tightly. If it had been planted, it would have had to be done before rigor mortis set in.
Do you know who I am?
You people are out of your minds. This wasn't me.
Show me your truth.
Drag marks. There are drag marks leading away from KHX's workshop. I believe Yuri killed him to get the key to the second seal and tried to hide his body. Those could have come from anywhere. This is a farce.
Show me your truth.
Yuri shut down the boat rides around the island on the same day that KHX went missing.
I don't like this.
Yuri picked a bad place to dump the body and needed to make sure it wouldn't be found. Yuri,
Don't make me laugh.
shutting down the boats is one of my duties. There's nothing out of the ordinary.
Is this a fact? Or a treat?
Why do it early? Who cares about the boats? They're only there for citizens to try and block out the mundanity of their existence for a few minutes. I shut them down early. So what? I was just getting work done.
Show me your truth.
That's all. The truth shines like the moon on a cloudless night. Was this part of your orders as well, Yuri?
Insufferable.
Fine. I got the key for the second seal for her. KHX was an unfortunate casualty.
We have achieved perfection.
This is the ravings of someone deceived by a god that's been caught out. We'll get to you later. And you got it by force?
How dare you?
It wasn't supposed to be like that. I offered him a council seat and hoped he'd turn. We fought and I smashed him with a tool he had lying around. How did you get the key from him?
Insufferable.
His laptop was unlocked. It wasn't hard to find.
Worthless.
I copied the file, dumped his body, and left.
What?
Nonsense! I have considered your truth. Yada yada yada.
The court
Truth
finds
proves-
Yuri guilty.
Hell yeah. Double conviction. Can we work for a third? Like Akiko? Probably not. I know at some point
Getting ready.
we're gonna have to convict witness. The second Holy Seal. The Council constructed a doorway to a plateau in space. The dreadful monuments there are used to open the second Holy Seal. Lady Love dies. What is the second Holy Seal, and how was it breached? Take us for a holiday to the land of truth. Let us sip cocktails of facts on the beach of justice. Oh my god, these similes. With the help of KHX, the Council constructed a puzzle-based monument system on a plateau on a desolate planet outside of our solar system. The door in the Council building acts as a portal to this unique part of space. Antique part of space.
The investigator is here.
The obelisks on the beach provide the solution to the puzzle and are activated using KHX's key. Or Starlight. The key carries a protocol which handshakes with the obelisk nightmare computer. Starlight can crack it. Investigator, please review your case file and confirm who you wish to accuse. It's not Henry. It's not Lydia. Hi, witness. Oh, hi, Yuri. Speaking of holidays, I believe Yuri had a plan to get through the seal.
You've got nothing on me.
I thought you were supposed to be an investigation freak. You've got nothing on me. Yuri was found guilty of KHX's murder, and KHX created the second seal. But I need more than that. Do you have any evidence of him going through the second seal?
Show me your truth.
Crime is repulsive.
The Niner computer attached to the obelisk shows that Yuri accessed it. This means he knows the secret of the second holy seal and had the data key from KHX. That doesn't prove anything, freak. It doesn't mean I went through the seal. He's right.
Show me your truth.
I'm glad to be back.
Yuri slipped up under questioning and admitted to knowing the details about the second seal, something he'd only know if he went through the seal. Just using the obelisks doesn't mean you would know what is on the other side of the door in the council building. You would have to step through to find out. That doesn't prove he was in there last night. It doesn't prove that he used the key. Someone could have told him what the inside of the second seal looks like.
Show me your truth.
Don't test me.
The council have to traverse the plateau in space and use astronaut helmets to do so. One had been discarded outside the entrance to the second seal.
Is this a fact or a truth?
The same pink petals that Yuri wears in his hat were found in the same spot.
What do you mean?
Is this a joke? Petals? Is that all you've got, freak?
Show me your truth.
Alibi breaker. I can break Yuri's alibi. Tell me about Yuri's alibi. He claims he was in the celebratory gardens directing the ferrywoman. The architect said she saw him earlier in the evening as he left to perform his duties. Do you have anything that contradicts this?
Crime cannot hide.
Lydia told me that Yuri was unreachable for a period of time around the time of the murder.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yuri claims that's a byproduct of the bursts from the reality folding drive. There have been instances of that.
Paradise feels wrong.
At the precise time when the entire council were murdered. A troubling coincidence that points to a truth.
I have been chosen.
A coincidence proves nothing.
Paradise feels wrong.
It doesn't have to. All I have to show is that there is a gap in your alibi. Gaps breed possibility, and there is a possibility that you weren't where you say you were. Your alibi relies on an unprovable coincidence. There were no other reports of communications blackouts, and past occurrences of them are extremely rare. The court agrees. Yuri Knight's alibi has been broken.
Show me your truth.
That's all I got. Considered no jury, truth proves,
Finds Yuri guilty.
a triple whammy.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Was this part of your orders, Yuri?
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Does this have anything to do with Carmelina's child? What child?
I have a bad feeling about this.
The truth lies within her alibi. You need to disprove Carmelina's alibi, investigator.
How dare you?
I had nothing to do with the dreadful events of last night. I was at Witness's apartment all night until we were summoned by Judge for the crisis meeting. That's true. The building logs confirm her entry time at 9 p.m. and her exit after the murder. Are you able to disprove it? Witness stepped out onto his balcony for 5 minutes to take a call from Akiko. Carmelina was unaccounted for in those 5 minutes. It takes more than 5 minutes to get to the council building, commit a crime, and return, doesn't it? And the building logs would have registered her returning.
Sorry.
That's true.
Crime is repulsive.
When Carmelina architected the island, she constructed a network of trans-dimensional corridors that allow her to move across the island in an instant.
I am the leader.
That is absolute nonsense! Secret trans-dimensional corridors? Are you serious? Is the truth really hiding in these bizarre facts?
The facts and the truth are not the same.
I found Carmelina's son in a hidden vault on the mountain. His name was Deinonigat, and he gave me this key which unlocks the corridors.
I don't like this.
From this vault, the corridors connect the witness's apartment and the council building. Connect to witness's apartment.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
In the 5 minutes witness was out on his balcony taking a call, Carmelina could have used a corridor to get to the council building. This is a shocking revelation. Can you prove it? Starlight can verify my movements. User LLD traveled between the exits of these corridors in 0.0021% of the time it would take on foot.
What?
This is all a lie the investigator cooked up. I have verified Starlight's data. Lady Love Dies is telling the truth. Why not create a corridor straight into the penthouse?
I have a bad feeling about this.
I don't believe you can make a corridor if you don't know the destination. Carmelina has never been to the penthouse, so she couldn't make a corridor to it. There is a corridor leading from outside of the penthouse back to Deinonigat's vault. I believe he inherited his mother's power to make corridors and escaped back to his room by making a corridor. I never expected anything like this, Love Dies. Stellar wifey! Mwah. Carmelina had a window of opportunity and used it to travel via her secret corridors, get Deinonigat and deposit him at the council building. Carmelina went into isolation 25 years ago. Why? No one knows.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
She claimed it was to work on a new project, but no one in the syndicate ever saw what the result was. I think she had a child in secret. Who's the father? Eyes Kiwami. He and Deinonigat had the same blood. Had? Eyes took his own life years ago. Deinonigat killed himself when I found him. Why? We'll get to that later, Judge. This sounds like a conspiracy. Architect Carmelina's alibi is broken. I took Carmelina's pet killer through the seal.
Don't test me.
You took Deinonigat through the seal? Ooh. And the rest of the seals. I delivered the killer to the penthouse. Can you prove that? I'm going down anyway. The third seal is a bloodlock. Deinonigat has council blood. Eyes Kiwami. She got herself a killer that could bypass the seal.
Crime cannot hide.
And the fourth seal? You need to have godliness for that one. She took godflesh from Crying Grudge and fused it to Deinonigat. The barrier opened right up.
You have no evidence.
I did no such thing!
Don't test me.
What happened after that? The kid was supposed to kill everyone, and the second seal would leave him locked in the penthouse. I waited for him to finish. The council were just coming out of their meditation, so they should have all gone down easily. Then I heard gunshots, and the kid came limping out. He created some kind of magic portal in the wall and disappeared. You're suddenly cooperative.
Don't make me laugh.
I've been played. Carmelina messed up, and now I'm going to get a bullet for it. If I'm going down, so's she. What about Henry? Was he part of the plan? Of course, he was the scapegoat, set up to look like the killer years ago. What about the blood in Henry's stomach? After the kid disappeared, I went in to get blood from the council. I bottled it and made Henry drink it outside. It was supposed to be the perfect cover. I only grabbed a bit of blood. It was everywhere. I don't know what it was, but there was something weird in the shadows of that room. Yuri has confessed, and Henry's alibi is broken.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Anything to say, Carmelina?
I am the leader.
You sniveling little servants! I'm trying to achieve perfection! I created Perfect 25.
This is nonsense.
This is how you repay me? You all make me sick. You turn on each other as soon as it aids you.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Did you create a child to kill the council? Don't dare to accuse me, freak. I have nothing to say to you. Triple whammy! I take a bow. Thank you, thank you. I shall save. Thank you, Your Honor.
Getting saved.
Who opened the third seal? The third seal is a blood lock coded to the blood of the council members. I need to find out who opened the lock on the night of the murder. Someone breached the third holy seal and took a step away from innocence towards crime. Please bring us a meal of truth so that we may gorge on justice. Lady Love dies. What is the third seal? A blood lock that is coded to council members. To get through it, you either need council blood in your body or a sample to trick the lock. Yuri has already given us a confession. He says he took Deinonigat through the seals. Yuri already has a death sentence for his part in the second seal, and Deinonigat is already dead. Do you believe there is more going on here? Did someone else go through this seal? I'm genuinely not sure. 'Cause, like, there is more to, like, the crime scene, clearly. I guess more truth. Yes, someone else went through the seal. Yuri has testified that Henry was set up as a scapegoat. Will this change your truth? Who went through it? Dinjas, Henry, Sam, Deinonigat. I mean, I guess Deinonigat. I can't imagine, like, this will be leading to anything productive.
Crime is repulsive.
I believe Deinonigat was the one who could get through the coded lock.
Show me your truth.
Ais Kiwami is Deinonigat's father. He's got council blood.
Show me your truth.
Deinonigat's blood is in the penthouse. He was there last night.
Show me your truth.
Before he killed himself, Deinonigat told me he killed the council. To kill the council, he would have needed to get through the seals.
Show me your truth.
Deinonigat's blood has been used on the third seal lock. The blood lock registered his blood last night.
Show me your truth.
Yuri confessed that he took Deinonigat through the seals.
Show me your truth.
Yeah, it's literally nothing we don't already know. Henry's blood was logged on the blood lock, but this was clearly planted. That doesn't prove he went through the lock. Judge, I think you and I both know that this is bigger than Henry and he's being scapegoated. The truths are strange on this island. I agree. A truth is revealed.
The court finds Deinonigat guilty.
Oh, sorry, Deinonigat. The court also finds Yuri Knight guilty for his involvement. Damn. Quad. You're getting ahead of Akiko, buddy.
Getting saved.
I just love that we wasted the court's time. Who breached the fourth holy seal? The fourth holy seal requires godliness to get through. I need to find out how someone tricked the seal. The fourth holy seal lies deep within the dense fog of abstruse mysteries this island has to offer. Lady Love dies. What is the fourth holy seal? It requires godliness to pass through. Godliness? How did the council pass through it?
I don't like this.
Montserrat owned a piece of Crying Grudge's flesh in a pendant. That would allow him to open the seal. This means that the council can only enter with Montserrat. Yuri has already given us a confession. He says he took Dino Nigate through the seals. Yuri already has a distance, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste time. No, that matches with what I found.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Dino Nigate had a strange piece of flesh fused to his body. Just looking at it overwhelmed me with a feeling of cosmic dread. I went to see Crying Grudge. He told me that Carmelina carved a lump of this flesh off.
Crime cannot hide.
I believe she fused that flesh with Dino Nigate, creating a killer that could pass through the fourth seal.
Paradise feels wrong.
Dino Nigate's blood is in the penthouse. He was there last night. Yeah. A bizarre truth. A truth is revealed.
The court finds Yuri and Dino Nigate guilty. The truth is known.
Damn, Yuri? That's... quintuple? Quintuple convictions. Like, yeah, I don't like you, but, like, I didn't imagine you'd get convicted this many times over. Like, how many times did he get convicted in that one, like, test attempt? Like, twice? Mystery of the Dead Killer Demon. Demonic invasions occur on most islands, and the marshals hunt the demons down. What the hell is one doing inside the council penthouse? Lady Love dies. You have a case file about a killer demon inside the penthouse. The truths in play grow bizarre, like an old tree grows gnarled. A killer demon? What killer demon?
I don't like this.
I found a dead killer demon inside the council penthouse. There aren't supposed to be any demons on the island. A killer demon in the council penthouse. What was it doing there? It has the blood of several council members on its claws. It was involved in the murder of the council. It appears that it burst out of a hidden security crate and attacked the council. How did it die? Montserrat shot it during the murder. There was a Fukata bullet that came from Montserrat's gun in the killer demon's head. The dark deduction of the dead demon's destruction is for another case file. The truth about where it came from must be dredged from the swamp of mystery first. Genuinely, I'm not really sure what to say about this part. Aside from witnesses' involvement. Bam. Bye-bye.
Paradise feels wrong.
The righteous man transgressed. Witness is the origin of the killer demon. Laughable. I am a holy man, not a sinner.
Got it.
I found the killer demon along with a demonic containment crate in the penthouse. A demonic containment crate. It is some kind of incarceration device that imprisons a demon with holy restraints. There are bindings and manacles covered in holy wards. These restrained the killer demon and kept it contained. Why? It was likely placed there ahead of time as a means to kill the council.
Show me your truth.
Crime cannot hide.
There's a secret demonology lab hidden within the dead zone. The lock on it is coded to Witness's blood vial. That is an old panic room. I never used it for demonology. Someone has planted that evidence.
Don't test me.
That lab has the same crates as the one in the penthouse. During the extermination 10 years ago, Witness managed to capture a killer demon and contain it.
I am innocent in the eyes of the gods.
A heretical accusation! How could I have done that?
Don't test me.
There is a tunnel running from Sam's bar to the dead zone. Witness has been seen using it to access the dead zone.
This island is full of sinners.
Seen by who? A sinner that would besmirch the name of a holy man?
Show me your truth.
Crime is repulsive.
Carmelina confessed to me that Witness maintained a secret demonology lab on the island in an abandoned bunker.
This island is full of sinners.
Lies, lies, lies!
Forget the games of the gods.
This is a persecution of the holy!
Show me your truth.
Phone receiver.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Last night at midnight, Witness made a phone call to an unknown number. That number matches the number on a receiver attached to the demonic containment crate inside the penthouse.
Don't test me.
The receiver was designed to open the crate when it received a call. This would let the killer demon out, presumably to attack the council.
This island is full of sinners.
A ridiculous accusation. Why would I want to release a killer demon? Demons are abominations.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Why not explain how the phone number you dialed matches the receiver?
Endless heresy on this island.
I can't explain a lie fabricated by a sinner. Can you prove this accusation? I verified the data by using Witness's personal phone and a comms tower. He made the call and the receiver picked up, unlocking the demonic containment crate.
Blasphemy.
Lies!
Show me your truth.
That's it. But how did the crate get into the penthouse?
Got it.
We'll come to that later. I have considered your truth. Yep. Truth proves.
Court finds witness to the end. Guilty.
Womp wow. You have overseen so many wonderful islands. Why turn your back on us now?
Blasphemy.
Such is the burden of a martyr. You may think of me as a sinner, but I work for a holy purpose.
Endless heresy on this island.
You have all strayed from the path, and the gods weep.
Paradise feels wrong.
I hope they weep for you as well. What was the play here? The killer demon was placed in the penthouse as a remote weapon. The security crate was hidden in the room. When the killer demon was released, it attacked everyone in the room on sight. That sounds risky. I don't know if it was meant to kill all of the council. Just the presence of the killer demon would be enough to scare the council. A dreadful truth.
Witnesses conspiracy.
Witness is going down. I shall save my game.
Getting saved.
The crime to end all crimes. Last night the council were murdered as they birthed the next islands through meditation. Was it a power play or killing for kicks? Who did it and why? The crime to end all crimes. The murder in the night. The Paradise Killer. Oh, she said it. She said it. Who killed the council? The truth has aged like a fine whiskey. How does the whiskey on this island taste? Pour us a glass of truth so that we may sip upon a vintage blend of justice. I want to know who held the knife. If a killer was set up by a mastermind, we will deal with that later. I want to know who gripped a knife of murder in their palm of guilt. Yuri has testified that Henry was set up as a scapegoat. Will this change your truth? Show us the ultimate truth. Thank you, wifey, for the health trifecta. I am upright. I drink. And that is the remainder of my water. But before I get more, I shall stretch. Ooh. Whew. Whew. That felt good. Okay, I'm going to pick... I mean, it's either the demon or it's Dino Nigate. It's probably Dino Nigate. Okay. I'm gonna quickly go and refill my water. So I will BRB. Okay, I'm back. Let's convict. This is Dino's third conviction, I think.
Or a treat.
Dino Nigate is the Paradise Killer.
Show me your truth.
Before he killed himself, Dino Nigate told me he killed the Council. He was given this mission by his mother, Carmelina. She engineered a killer. His room was bare besides knife combat training equipment.
Believe what you want.
These trials are over. This is a big lie. No, it isn't. Dino Nigate confessed everything.
Show me your truth.
Crime cannot hide.
I found a knife covered in the Council's blood on Dino Nigate's corpse. The lacerations match his blade. All of the wounds on the victims are clean. The victims were sliced apart with fatal wounds. Dino Nigate moved quickly and cleanly. The penthouse is covered in blood. He hit major arteries, disemboweled victims, and carved his way through the room. The Council were coming out of meditation. He struck them when they could barely fight back.
Show me your truth.
Paradise feels wrong.
Dino Nigate's blood is at the scene. He was shot by Montserrat and left blood splatter in the penthouse. This proves that he got through the seals. Later, Montserrat shot him, presumably in self-defense. Dino Nigate attacked as the Council's meditation finished. Montserrat was attacked, but as he fired his gun, wounding Dino Nigate. Montserrat was growing paranoid. One of the manifestations of this seems to be carrying a weapon. I believe leader Montserrat was the most awake while the others were still coming around from their meditation. Dino Nigate got to him, but as he attacked, Montserrat shot. Dino Nigate fled after the bullet went through him.
Show me your truth.
Blood trail.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Dino Nigate fled, bleeding. His blood is outside the penthouse. He created a trans-dimensional corridor and escaped back to his lair, where I found him bleeding out. He had to have gone through the seals to get into the penthouse. Dino Nigate inherited his mother's power to create corridors. He's sloppy, but he can do it. He stumbled out of the penthouse and created a corridor to escape with. He was bleeding badly, and his blood trails his route home. I believe you need to know the start and end points of a corridor when you create one. Carmelina couldn't create a corridor to the penthouse because the interior of the council building is a closely guarded secret. I don't think Carmelina knew Deinonychite could create corridors. He was supposed to die in the locked room at the end of the island. Her plan was solid except for 2 wild cards, Deinonychite's ability and my return from exile.
Show me your truth.
Holy seals.
Don't like this.
We know he breached the 4th holy seal. I'm fairly certain he didn't just turn around and go home after making it to the entrance of the penthouse.
Show me your truth.
And that's all, folks. Secret killer is the truth.
The court finds Deinonychite guilty.
The tendrils of conspiracy snake around us. Starlight has a case file that will help us chop back the tendrils and expose the truth hiding within. Review the evidence, investigator. Review the evidence. Yep. I mean, let's go. Can you explain this conspiracy? Can you refine a truth from the ore of crime?
I don't like this.
I believe that Carmelina initiated a conspiracy to kill the council last night. She created Perfect 25 and wanted to make sure it was hers. Carmelina is being punished for her father's crimes. The Silence family were barred from ever being on the council as part of his punishment. Crimson told me that Carmelina was put in a number of motions to join the council that have all been denied. She's a genius architect that has helped the Syndicate birth a potentially perfect island. Does she feel she deserves a seat on the council?
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
She knows the 25th island will be perfect. Is she worried she won't get credit for it?
Crime is repulsive.
Carmelina had a secret child, Deinonychite. She kept him hidden in trans-dimensional corridors that she built with her skills as the architect.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Deinonychite's father was Ais Kiwami. The council blood from his father would allow Deinonychite to breach the bloodlock on the 3rd holy seal.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Carmelina presumably learned that Henry had been fathered illegitimately by Ais and had been kept a secret. That meant she could get a secret child as well.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
When I found Deinonychite, he told me his mission had been to kill the council. He had a knife slick with the blood of council members. He completed his mission. Deinonychite would birth a new syndicate, dying for Carmelina's sins.
Crime is repulsive.
Carmelina took a lump of flesh from the god Crying Judge to get through the 4th seal. She fused this to Deinonychite's body.
Don't test me.
Yuri said he took Deinonychite through the seals.
Crime is repulsive.
Yuri confessed to being recruited by Carmelina.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Yuri is guilty of going through the 2nd seal.
Crime cannot hide.
Yuri got the key to the 2nd seal from KHX, under orders from Carmelina.
Don't test me.
I believe Yuri helped Henry obtain forbidden books on demonology.
Paradise feels wrong.
If Henry became possessed by a demon, it would initiate the end of the island and allow Carmelina's plan to be put in play.
I don't like this.
Henry's possession called for an exorcism.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
Carmelina wanted Henry to kill Grace Bloodlines to give him a prior history of murder. When he didn't step up, Carmelina intervened and killed Grace herself.
Got it.
A demonically possessed citizen would be the perfect tool.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Carmelina recruited Akiko into her plan.
Crime cannot hide.
Akiko aided her by purposefully leaving Henry alone with Grace.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Akiko faked Henry's escape, putting a possible killer into play.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Akiko knew the first SEAL marshals would be killed and switched them to protect her beloved marshals.
Crime cannot hide.
Carmelina's plan was achieved by using her transdimensional corridors.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Her alibi looked perfect, but she knew Witness would leave the room when he got a call.
Got it.
She knew Akiko would call at the right time and use that opportunity to slip out of Witness's apartment, get Deinonigate, and deliver her killer to the council building. Do you have anything to say, Architect?
Do your job.
You people would have nothing if it weren't for me.
This is nonsense.
All these islands that you drifted along on. All your tragic little lives. All given to you by me.
This is nonsense.
I facilitate the syndicate. I craft your homes.
I beg your pardon?
I have never been rewarded for my work. Never been on the council. Always living off to the side. Not even Perfect 25 got me the recognition I deserve. I don't expect the world. Just some kind of reward to show what I did was worth it. Craft is its own reward.
What?
Be quiet, freak. What would you know?
Crime cannot hide.
How did you know you'd be made leader during the crisis?
Craft is its own reward.
There, she just said it. She just admitted it. That's the irony. I didn't expect Justice Incarnate to reverse the law and make me leader. So what was the play on the next island?
Do your job.
When the chips are down, every one of the syndicate is a coward and a sycophant. You all want your little bits of power and for your little lives to carry on ticking by.
How dare you?
The next council would be scared. All seniority would be gone, and I would be the one that had crafted Perfect 25. I would make sure I had the throne.
What?
My father was a victim, but treated like a criminal. He was executed by a coward. You people never appreciate what others do for you.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
The Grand Marshal would give you a loyal army to make sure of it.
Paradise feels wrong.
The plan failed. The truth is known. You arrogantly believed everyone would believe Henry, a citizen, was capable of breaching the Holy Seals and murdering the Council. Justice is immune to arrogance. A hideous, heinous truth. A vile truth. Architect, you have been found guilty of conspiring to kill the Council. Your punishment is death. Kablam! Sorry, Carmelina, I still think you're hot. The Onyxian claws of conspiracy tear at the flesh of this island. Onyxian, that's a new word. I can feel the dreadful shadow of this conspiracy looming over us. Can you explain this conspiracy? Review the evidence, investigator. Yeah. Yep, this is Witness's conspiracy.
Paradise feels wrong.
I believe that Witness initiated a conspiracy to kill the Council last night. Witness has become a fanatic. He has radicalized himself as a devoted servant of the gods. He believes the Syndicate has strayed from the holy mission, and I believe he wanted to put the fear of the gods in us. Montserrat was devolving into paranoia and was becoming a dictator. Witness has repeatedly voiced his opposition to Montserrat's plans for the next island. Witness took matters into his own hands.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Carmelina told me about Witness becoming rebellious against Montserrat's plans.
I don't like this.
Witness openly rejected Montserrat's plans to wipe certain events from history and tighten his grip over Syndicate members.
Is this a fact or a truth?
Witness has become obsessed with the idea of a cleansing tide of demons. Like the ancient Great Flood, he wants the Syndicate to be forced to start again.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
The key to Witness's plan was planting a killer demon inside the Council penthouse. That demon would kill the Council and he'd get away with it. Witness made a call at midnight to a demonic containment crate that had been hidden in the penthouse, unlocking it remotely and allowing it to start its attack. Witness had been experimenting in demonology in a secret bunker within the Dead Zone. He imprisoned the killer demon and later weaponized it. Sam has a secret tunnel running from his bar to the Dead Zone. Witness used that to subvert the security on the Dead Zone and get in.
Don't test me.
I don't know how Witness got the crate into the penthouse. The plan isn't foolproof. There were too many variables. Pitting your hopes on a wild killer demon and believing it wouldn't be traced back to you was foolish. No doubt the intention was a scare tactic more than anything else. Put the fear of the gods into the Council to enact change. You used a killer demon as the messenger of angry gods to reshape the Syndicate. The plan didn't have to be perfect to get what you wanted. All you needed was a catalyst for change. On a day of horrible truths, this is one of the worst. Why, Witness?
The sinner's lie and the skin.
I am surrounded by sin and heresy. You are all focused on the islands and your own little ambitions.
The gods are displeased.
What about the gods? What about our holy mission? All but one of the pyramids sit empty, and we have existed for millennia.
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
We are an embarrassment to the gods. Syndicate needed rebuilding,
I don't like this.
and you would be the one to do it?
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
The who is irrelevant. More important is why and how.
The gods are watching us.
Re-establish the priority in our faith. Resume our holy mission. Bathe in the radiance of our gods.
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
I must die a martyr. I tried. I really tried to do the work of our astral lords.
This island is full of sin.
I wasn't enough, though. The sin on this island was too great. I hope heaven is everything you wanted it to be. Witness to the end. You are found guilty of conspiring to kill the Council. The punishment is death. And so it is. The Parlor of Justice has played host to the truths of the investigator. Were the truths as expected? Did esoteric knowledge reveal the truth, or did it remain hidden in mystery? The investigator will become executioner, and will execute justice. Case closed. Grand Marshal Akiko 14. The verdict is execute. I'm sorry, Akiko. There is so much against you, though. Architect Carmelina. The verdict is execute. Crimson Acid. The verdict is release. Dr. Doom Jazz. The verdict is release. The accused, Henry Division. The verdict is release. There we go. It's what it was all building up to. The fairy woman, Lydia Daybreak. The verdict is release. Sam Daybreak. The verdict is release. Witness to the end. The verdict is execute. Secretary Yuri Knight. The verdict is guilty, motherfucker. The unforgiving specter, one last kiss. The verdict is release. The hidden killer, Dino Nigate. The verdict is execute. The bizarre killer demon. The verdict is release. You have proven that Henry had nothing to do with the crime to end all crimes. He was nothing more than a pawn in a dreadful game of murder and secrecy. You have earned the title of Grand Investigator. Your weapon is unlocked. On the next island, you will reform the Paradise Psycho Unit. Island 24 is about to die. Island 25 waits for us. What kind of island will it be? Are you happy with your truths? Did you get the convictions you wanted? You entered into a battle with the facts, the truths, and the suspects. Did you emerge victorious? This courtroom could only allow so many truths to emerge from their hiding places. Are there more to hunt? If you believe that things are not as they seem, there is still a way to punish the guilty. Grand Investigator Lady Love dies. I will leave you to execute justice at your discretion. Punish those that you deem guilty. Execution or exile are viable punishments. You may also let them go free. Please work for the best interests of Perfect 25.
It's time for justice.
Thank you, Judge. It will be my honor to execute justice. When you are ready to wave goodbye to Island 24, do so from the rear view mirror in Lydia's car. The car will take you through the Paradise Gates and to Perfect 25. Use it at your discretion. Justice has been served. Those of you which have not been found guilty of destroying Paradise may leave and wrap up your business before we move to Perfect 25. A marshal shall take Henry back to his cell. Marshals will clear away the executed. They will not be remembered. They will not be honored. I'll remember Akiko. Way of Blood Bar. 25th Island sequence. She completed the job. She completed the job. Was there more to do? The investigator always trusted her heart. She would decide if Paradise had been saved. We are in Perfect 25, so it must have been saved. Saved isn't a binary state. Solving a crime doesn't mean the world is fixed. That's scary. It is. I hope she knew what she was doing. I'm sure she did. This is Lady Love Dies we're talking about. Ta-da! Tab. Hi, Crimson. Case files closed. The truth has been found. Evidence will no longer be processed. Paradise is indebted to you. No matter what truth you made, you believed in Paradise. I hope that we will never have to work together again. I hope that crime can be eradicated and Paradise can be perfect. That is an unrealistic dream. Crime infects every society. You are right. The Syndicate's way of governing is flawed. It always will be. I look forward to working with you again. Truth will always need an investigator and a judge. When you have finished executing justice, please move to the next island. Yeah, I think it's just time to talk to our homies.
Not enough blood crystals.
Damn it, they still cost blood crystals? Out of curiosity. Nope, I can't even enter anymore. Where? There he is. Yep, right where we would expect him. Where's his yacht? Doom Jazz. Oh, there it is.
That's strange.
You sunk your boat.
My favorite investigator.
Always do, Love Dies. Send the old girl off at the end of an island.
Wonderful.
Time to move on. Fresh start. Embrace the future.
Fabulous.
Are you looking forward to the future, Love Dies?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Something is still wrong here. I can feel it. An investigator's hunch. Is it now? What's wrong? Something I want to talk about? No. Nah. We'll see you on the next island.
My favorite investigator.
I'll have a new yacht that needs christening, Love Dies. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, brother. Alright. Man, that means I'm gonna have to walk all the way to the Desolation Cell to talk with Henry. Crimson is closer, though. She is the closest. So let's talk to Crimson first. Dum da da, lovity dovity doo. Ladies back in town.
Thank you.
You got your gun back. Justice has been served and the PPE will be reborn on Perfect 25. I've got a favor to ask. I'm not surprised. You need people for the Paradise Psycho unit, right? You want to be on the team? I'm the glamour of the battlefield and I have a good stock of secrets. Hell yeah. You're hired.
Good work.
I want a corner office. Fine by me. Did you need something before the end of the island, boss? No. Absolutely not. And no. See you there. Wink. See you on the next island, Crimson. Sure thing, lady. Oh, what a woman. Okay, next up, Sam. Lydia will be last, because, you know, I gotta talk to her to end the game. Man, what I would give for infinite blood crystals right about now. Well, I'm here now. The trial took longer than I thought. I guess I forgot how much talking and dialogue there would be.
Fancy a drink?
One last drink, LD? On the house? I've got a special one saved. Hit me. It's the end of paradise, after all. You'll have it neat, won't you?
What the hell?
Oh man, what is this? A special blend, isn't it? Don't ask. The recipe is secret. That hit the spot. Can I help you with anything before the end, LD? See ya, Sam. On the other side. See you on the next island, Sammy. Take care, LD. We're just revisiting all the goody characters. One last kiss. Parkour! Let's see if I can parkour my way up. Not that way. I know that space is a little too tight. Whew. Just barely. No! Can I get up from here? Yes, I can. And she's over that way. No, you 5 feet cute! 5 feet cute, 5 feet! Fine. I'll go the long way around. No! Not that long way around. What is even this music? Okay. I'm doing good, Fluffy. I just had a big conspiracy murder trial, and it went great. Except one of the characters I really liked was one of the guilty ones. So we had to execute her. The rest got to live, though. So now we're pretty much in the epilogue. And I'm just saying goodbye to a bunch of the other characters. Here you are.
Those are facts, but are they the truth?
Are you happy with your truths? As happy as I can be. Hard to be happy in the shadow of crime. That's all anyone can ask, I suppose. I hope you enjoyed this investigation. My time on this island is at an end.
Enjoy perfect and thank investigator.
If you can. And off she goes. Never to be seen again. Alright. Time to take a big, long hike to Henry. So we still have the Sinai cosplay of my favorite Christine, and someone called me a toffee, and I just You're welcome. Yeah, I noticed that every time the little icon popped up when you started playing a game. You're such a sweetie. Ah, red! I forgot it did that for a second. Oh, hey. Who you?
What do you want, Frog?
By executing Akiko, you have destroyed any hope of Perfect 25. At least try to redeem yourself by executing the true murderer. The true justice has already been served. Justice? Akiko would only ever act to protect the council. I don't know how you trick Judge, but you'll never trick me. Now execute Henry before this island shuts down. He doesn't deserve to see its magnificent end. Why don't I just shoot you instead? Heyo, Henry. That was quite a fucking show. I'm amazed I'm still here. You were scapegoated. I was just doing my job.
My mind is like a desert covered in fog.
I appreciate it. That's the first time someone has stood up for me. I spent my entire life adrift. The world happened around me. I moved between currents. Nothing I did was ever good enough. Nothing ever worked. No one wanted me. You believed in the truth. Thank you. Execute! No. We worked so hard. I'm not doing that. That would be the biggest fuck you. You can't leave this island. I'm just a shit-munching citizen. There are a load more for you to abduct for the next island, right? I've got a demon in me. Can't have that on your precious new island, can you? Goodbye, Henry. What fucking ever. Stern to the end. So now, all that's left is Lydia. Our best friend. Best friend, hottie fairy woman. Oh, this is such a slog. At least she's not too far from where I get out. Here. Yeah, and aside from a single skin for Starlight, I basically have all the collectibles, I think. But maybe the credits will offer like a final stats display, like, you know, you got this many of this, you got all of these, you missed a few of these. Hello?
If you want, stay back.
Lydia, my girl!
Right on, LD.
LD's back, ladies and gentlemen. You ready to go? Yeah, let's go, darling. Let's go to the next island. You sure you're ready to go? Yeah. Time to get out of here. Hop in, LD. Let's hope Perfect 25 is better than this island. Closing Island Sequence 24 applications. Ready for Island Sequence 25. Roof! Oh, you're coming too, are you? Roof, roof! Okay then, in the car.
I'm messing with you.
Looks like you got a new friend, LD. And no looking back, ooh. Let's go to the next island. Vroom. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you and Sammy on the next island. We'll go and get a drink together. I can't wait to see Perfect 25. You think the Syndicate will survive this? Hard to know. Too much has happened. You're going to have a hell of a time explaining all this to the Syndicate already on the new island. There's a power vacuum now. What if this happens again? It won't. The investigator has breathed life back into paradise. Hell yeah! Oh hey Shinji. I'm gonna miss Love Dies. We could have had something special. Nothing brings people together like the impending obliteration of a pocket of reality. Still, at least the case of the Paradise Killer got her out of exile. I wonder if her truths were right. I guess I'll never know. I hope Perfect 25 was worth it. Obviously, I hope they all die in a fire, but for their sakes, I hope they enjoy it. I've only known humans for a short amount of time, but they all seem to be idiots that only work for themselves. I'm sure they'll fuck it up nicely. Anyway, time to watch reality die. Paradise Killer. Is that Shinji from NGE? Nah, he's much cooler. Good game. Good game. I like this game. It was such a unique blend. Like obviously, like, the crime, drama, investigation, like, Phoenix Wright stuff, as well as platforming and collectathons, and just all, like, the surreality of the setting and the subjects and the characters. I think some of the platforming was a bit clunky, but I don't think it's a deal breaker. I had a lot of fun. I love Lady Love Dies. I love Lydia. I love Crimson. I loved Akiko, even though she was guilty. You know, I tried at the very start to save her, but I didn't have enough solid evidence. Heyo, devil! Once again, I am curious if, like, there's an ending, like, stat screen. Yeah, but otherwise, good game. I had fun. I enjoyed a lot. Unreal Engine, 1998! Wow. Oh no. R.I.P. I wonder who they were, what they did. Look at everybody! Thank you for playing. Thank you for gaming. Thank you for catering to my gay. Thank you for the tunes. Like, listen to this shit. This is a bop. I died, that's for sure. How dare you? You can't see it, but I'm dancing. I'm swaying. Hell yeah! I'm really curious what these, what the dev team will get up to in the future. Or if there will be other games that try this same approach. I'd like to give them a look, if it ever happens. And that was Paradise Killer. Oh, one last bit. We got post-credits. Haha. So that's how it ended. A weird turn of events. The strangest paradise yet. Is this paradise safe? Of course it isn't. This is a syndicate we're talking about. Will we need her again? We always will. She's the only one that can save paradise. Paradise Killer. And that's it. Alright, what time is it? Yeah. Even though it was the last stretch of the game, it actually filled in quite a bit for this stream. I was anticipating it to be a bit shorter, but on the other hand, we ended up finding more evidence than like the initial test trial. And this is a great game, Paradise Killer. I recommend it to all my Lily pals. Buy it. Play it. Enjoy. It does take a little bit of effort to try and find everything and try and figure everything out in regards to puzzles and stuff, but otherwise, like, a lot of the crime organization investigation stuff, like, they kind of sorts itself out. Let's see. I got nothing else. I know I did have a second game on standby, just in case. You know, the finale did run a bit short. And I think I owe it to y'all, my Lily pals, if maybe that game is what I play next stream, which is next Monday. Yeah, next Monday. And y'all will find out what that game be. It's another game that I've heard pretty good things about, and yet I know virtually nothing about it. So I will be going in blind. Very similar to this game, I started out blind, but like, a lot of the mechanics are pretty simple once you get the hang of everything. Aside from slightly clunky parkour mechanics, as well as, why no more blood crystals? Like, why do the blood crystals have to be limited in quantity? They are so useful. Please, dev team, wherever you are, please bring more blood crystals! Maybe somebody will mod it. Like, infinite blood crystals. Who knows? It's not a terribly popular game, but I think it's warranted. But yeah, stream next Monday, new game. We finished a good old, we wrapped up a good old little series of streams for this game, and maybe I'll come back to it in the future. Blood crystals are not a God-given right. That, considering this game, I think that's, like, objectively false. But yeah, I may come back to it in the future, and, you know, maybe, just maybe, I'll try to get some different outcomes. I mean, technically, I could just reload the second save file that I made just before the trial, and, you know, just convict different people and see what kind of result I get there. I don't know. I think I'll probably do that off stream just to see what it's like. But otherwise, yeah. It's found returning to VN's difficult. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, this game does mix up the formula a bit by being a collectathon platformer as well. But otherwise, like, a lot of the investigation stuff, like the actual important stuff, plot-driven stuff, like, is probably not going to be much different, if at all different. Like, it just depends on how you arrange the facts that you have collected. Because, as LD says, the truth and the facts are not the same. Anyhow, I think I filled out my typical stream night quite nicely. In which case, I think it only befits a conclusion for this stream to find someone to raid. How about it, Lily Pals? Who is live right now? We got a couple of raid messages for subs and not subs. Let's heckin' go. Who is live right now? Who be live right now? Did I raid Hanako last time? Well, she's back to playing the Pokemon Platinum Randomizer Nuzlocke again. I think it might have been a bit too soon yet. So, we'll raid someone else. Violet is playing 100% Orange Juice with a couple of other friends of ours. Oh, actually, no. Right now, right this instant, I mean, yeah, but actually, I don't know how you're asking that question in the context of what. Bleh. But I've decided. It just so happens that my platonic husbands, Melancholy Midnight and Egu, are streaming together right now. They're playing Breath of the Wild. So it's Mel who's streaming. And Egu seems to be just tagging along. So we're going to go raid them. Yes, my plat husbands. They are very good. I love them. They are good, albeit they're sometimes cursed. But they are great. They deserve the loves. Let's heckin' go, Lily Pals. Once again, next stream will be Monday with a totally new game. And for once, I actually have like a fixed idea of what I'm gonna be doing. How often can I really say that? Well, look forward to it. Thank you all my Lily Pals for tuning in tonight. I love you all. Big hugs. I hope you all have a good time zone. I am ready for snackies. I'm feeling munchy. Okay, see you next Monday, Lily Pals. Oh, yes, with me.